Today, we're looking at the most mana-expensive Deathtouch cards in Magic the Gathering. I'm going to start off with the 6-mana Blight Titan. It's a giant creature, a Phyrexian giant, a 6/6 Deathtoucher, and when it enters the battlefield or attacks, mill 2 cards. Then incubate X, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Create an incubator token with X +1/+1 counters on it, and for 2 mana, transform this artifact. It transforms into a 0/0 Phyrexian artifact creature. So it's sort of a clunkier version of Grave Titan in the grand scheme of things, but Titan nonetheless. Next up, let's take a look at Little Dead Fly. May I suggest Ashnod this is actual Ashnod. I heard so much of you, Ashnod. I didn't know you're an actual person. You're actually a human, of all things. Okay, we have a 5-mana 1/4 human artificer, Deathtouch. Whenever you activate an ability of an artifact or creature that isn't a mana ability, if one or more permanents were sacrificed to activate it, you may copy the ability and you may choose new targets for the copy. It's incredible that Ashnod itself has Deathtouch. I guess what was the arm, like a chainsaw of some sort? Don't get too close. The spikes will kill you. Next up, we got Christopher B's Ankle Shanker. The Ankle Shanker, 5 mana, 2/2, Goblin Berserker with haste. Whenever it attacks, creatures you control gain first strike, and Deathtouch until end of turn. The entire team. The Ankle Shanker, but that doesn't kill you if you get shanked by the ankle. It sounds like, it's that wolf. I heard wolves will go for the ankles. They go for the ankles first. Then you fall down, then they eat you. Okay, so I guess maybe that does work. Ankles first, then to the head. Next up, we've got Lesthian. Tet Zimok Primal Death. Tet Zimok sounds like an element on the table of elements. But this is not an element. This here is an Elder Dinosaur for 6 mana. It's a 6/6. Also with Deathtouch, and for a black, reveal Tetzimok Primal Death from your hand. So this is a card that you can play without it actually being in play. Put a prey counter on target creature. Activate this ability only during your turn. And when Tetzimok enters the battlefield, destroy each creature your opponent controls. With a prey counter, it's going to come eat you. Tetzimok's hungry. And what's on the menu is you. Next up, we've got actual Grave Titan from Tresaru. I think this card's underrated, and for that, people pile into it, and I guess it's overrated. And it's a 6-mana 6/6 Deathtoucher, and when it enters the battlefield or attacks, you create 2/2 black zombie creature tokens. Like, this is, what's it called? Field of the Dead literally got banned because Primeval Titan turned into a Grave Titan. So why don't you just play Grave Titan? And you literally have this thing all over again. Anyway, it's actually banned in a ton of formats. Look at this. This is crazy. We have Grave Titan at home. Literally Grave Titan. Or I guess this is Field of the Dead at home. Field of the Dead at home. This card goes hard. Don't care what anybody says. No, 100% agree with you. Jess, it's 6 mana for 10 power. Absolutely. Hexanort. What do you got for us to Hexanort? We got Gwenum. Oh, this is a new card. Gwenum Remorseless. We got Gwenum here. 5 mana 4/4 Symbiote Spider Hero, Deathtouch, and Lifelink. And when Gwenum attacks, until end of turn, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. And you may play cards from the top of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its mana value rather than paying its mana cost. The more death is going to come from the top of your library. Probably not from Gwenum. Was Gwenum like that's a Bolas's Citadel, right? Basically a Bolas's Citadel. What is this? A real card? Zombie Printer from the Ghost of Thomas Jenkins. Zombie Printer. Gotta print them zombies around here. Is it zombie? Oh, you're talking about Grave Titan. I thought this was a real card. The zombie. I could totally see something called the Zombie Printer. We just printed out them zombies like a Xerox machine. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I realized too late. I can't tell when you people are actually suggesting cards or not. Bell with the Traxa. This has Deathtouch? Really? You know, it has so many keywords. You know, I basically just resign when I see this card. I don't play on from here. And whenever I attack, it kills anything that it blocks. Anyhow, so I never knew. It's some mana, but no one actually cast this. No, so I shouldn't say it never gets casted. It's just less likely. It's a 7/7 Flying Vigilance, Death Touch, and Lifelinker. ETB. Reveal the top 10 cards of your library and put for each card type, put into your hand. Put the rest, stuff the rest somewhere else. I guess this is probably the Death Touch of all Death Touch cards right now. I don't think there is a more iconic Death Touch or more highly played Death Touch card in the game. This is a multi-format all-star all over the place. Atraxa just has words. They do stuff and it's bad. You don't really have to read it. It has flying. That is relevant. I've had to erase an Atraxa many times. I do sometimes win though. Next up, we've got... Where's Benjamin Berkey? Arc type of finality. The archetype. 6 mana, 2/3 Gorgon. Creatures you control have Death Touch. That's what the show is about, anyhow. Creatures your opponents control lose Death Touch, and they can't have or gain Death Touch. There can only be one Death Toucher in this town, and it looks like it's Vraska. It's Vraska or nothing. Next up, let's get to the no card yet from Rinshura with Seer Vondam. Seer Vondam, Sunstar Exemplar, 2 mana, 2/2 Vigilance and Menace creature. Whenever another creature you control dies or is put into exile, put a +1/+1 counter on your Seer Vondam, and you gain 1 life. When Seer Vondam dies or is put into exile while its power is 4 or greater, destroy up to 1 target. Oh, and this doesn't have Death Touch. Disqualified. It's got to have Death. It has Vigilance. It's got Menace. It does a lot of things, but it doesn't have Death Touch. A Blackbird with I was reading as Rudolph. We are getting to that season. Rodolph. Well, that's not Rudolph at all. Well, is there a red nose? Could be. We have to investigate. We must gotta look closer. Probably not. But you can lead Santa's sleigh because it has flying. Okay, this is a 6 mana 4/4 flying Death Touch lifelink creature. Whenever you gain life, Rodolph Duskbringer gains indestructible until end of turn, and at the beginning of your end step, you may pay 2 mana. When you do, return target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. Look, Rodolph came onto the battlefield, and it's bringing Dusk, and no, Dusk is not. Rudolph sailed at dawn, or more at dawn. But when it enters the battlefield, it brought all the other reindeers to Santa's sleigh. Look, I'm trying to make this thing work here. TWF, you get overlooked. I don't get it. Voltlin, Vengeful Pharaoh. Oh, did I look at the wrong Vondom? Okay, let's look at the right Vondom. I didn't know there's more than one. No, Vondom. Where's it? Vondam. Okay, hold on. We're gonna look up Vondam. There was... Oh, it was the Lucent one. Okay, we have a 5 mana 4/4 Human Knight, Death Touch, and Lifelink. All right, there was one with Death Touch. I didn't know they made a second Vondam in this game. This is the first time I ever heard of this guy. Whenever Seer Vondam enters or attacks, other creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain Death Touch until end of turn. Look at that, Death Touch for all. It's not particularly useful when you want to get into it, but when you're in battle, it's really good. Next up, we got... no, hold on. Next up, we have to go back to Vengeful Pharaoh. People prophesize that this was supposed to be... What's his face? Nicobolus. because of the tiara thing over here. Anyway, 5 mana, 5/4 Deathtoucher. Whenever combat damage is dealt to you or a planeswalker you control, if Vengeful Pharaoh is in your graveyard, destroy target attacking creature, then put Vengeful Pharaoh on top of your library. I found this card was actually really annoying to play against once. Next up, let's take a look at. Oh, I just did that one. Now we're going to go into something new. Bryce offers the Harvester of Souls. There's a 6 mana 5/5 demon with Deathtouch. Whenever another non-token creature dies, you may draw a card. Whenever another non-token creature. Oh, anything! This is fascinating. So you can just block stuff, and you're actually going to cash in no matter what. So I was whenever so it counts your opponent's creatures. So if you give this doesn't give Deathtouch to your other stuff. If you have any other Deathtouchers, just block as much as you want. And even if they exchange, that's even better because you'll draw 2 cards. It's actually very useful, very versatile. We got a super chat from John. Thanks so much for your super chat. Damia, Sage of Stone. It's a 7 mana 4/4 Gorgon Wizard. Deathtouch. Skip your draw step. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have fewer than 7 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference. This is insane in terms of like card advantage. Oh, but you have to skip your draw step. Okay, you just have to make sure nobody Armageddons you, and I think you're good. Just keep playing cards from your hand, empty your hand, draw a new hand. It's as simple as that here. It's really as simple as that. And play with maybe other cards that empty your hand. You know what? This is where one with nothing actually combos. Because if you, let's say your hand is stuck, like you can't cast anything from your hand, and now you're locked out of the game. Well, if you at least have one with nothing, you can discard your hand and then draw a whole new one next turn. It's as simple as that. You just have to one with nothing. Probably one of the least painful skip your draw step cards I've seen. Well, that or Necropotence. I mean, I know you can get Necrolocked there, but it's still one of the most popular cards anyway. Shinobin with Xanthrid Gorgon. I've heard of a lot of Xanthrid cards, a lot of Gorgon cards. I didn't know there was a Xanthrid Gorgon itself, though. 6 mana for 3/6 Gorgon, Deathtouch. For 3 mana tap, put a Petrification counter. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, wait. Oh, that was that card. Okay. I was just making sure that the Von. This is a little late. I was making sure that the Vondom card was 5 mana. Okay, this is 6 mana, 3/6, and for 3 mana tap, put a Petrification counter on target creature. Oh, they've been turned to stone. It gains Defender and becomes a colorless artifact in addition to its other types. Its activated abilities can't be activated. Fantastic. Neutral Jump. Did we do the good old Acidic Slime? We have not yet. No, we have not. 5 mana for a 2/2 Deathtoucher. It's an ooze, and when it enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. I actually played with this card. I played with this a lot. It was part of a standard deck that featured Restoration Angel. And boy, holy crap, that was a combo. Acidic Slime. Destroy your land. Restoration Angel. Blink the Acidic Slime. Destroy another land. And that's it. They can't, standard is always, or used to be clunky. It's not so clunky anymore. Now it's incredibly mana efficient. Red decks are all over the damn place for a good reason. Civ with the Thicket Basilisk. Basically the grandfather of Deathtouch as a concept. Really? Don't touch those lizards. 5 mana for a 2/4. Whenever Thicket Basilisk blocks or becomes blocked by a non-wall creature, destroy that creature at end of turn. Since when do walls die to Deathtouch? No one actually brings that up. Like, that's a huge flavor fail. So if I like all these, like an acidic slime touching a wall of omens. Like, is this organic? I don't think so. It's a wall. Deathtouch naturally shouldn't destroy walls. That doesn't make any sense. They designed Deathtouch a lot better back then. This actually is technically disqualified, but I will actually leave it on. It's within the flavor of the show. Next up we have Dinglebag with Hethonian the Cruel. Sorry, Hithonia the Cruel. Hithonia? Can we find you? There we go. It is 6 mana, 4/6 Gorgon, Deathtouch, and Monstrosity 3 for 8 mana. When Hithonia the Cruel becomes monstrous, destroy all non-Gorgon creatures. This is good for the Gorgon Kindred deck, I suppose. How many Gorgons are in this game? I bet half the Gorgons are just Vraska Planeswalker cards, to be honest. Can't see Gorgon as like a super popular creature type. Felicia with the Master of Cruelties. Wait a minute. Does this really have Deathtouch? No, he does have Deathtouch. Well, he should. It's funny, Deathtouch, but doesn't actually kill people. 5 mana for a 1/4. First strike Deathtouch can only attack alone, and when it attacks a player and isn't blocked, that player's life total becomes 1. Master of Cruelties assigns no combat damage this turn. Which also means Master of Cruelties actually can't deliver the final blow. This is so cruel. Not that many Gorgons. Well, I'll tell you, when they start printing the Gorgons, Thonia the Cruel is going to go up in value. Right now it's 50 cents. One day it could be 75 cents. That's a 50% upgrade from here. Evan, Hornet Queen. Okay, this card is dangerous. I think this card is danger. 7 mana 2/2 flying Deathtouch, and when it enters, create 4 1/1 green insect creature tokens with flying and Deathtouch. Every single time this card is played against me, I'm basically dead. It's just a wall of Deathtouch creatures, and I play with a lot of really fleshy creatures, so I'm pretty much screwed. Are we only counting creatures? Anything that gives that. I did very specifically say cards. So if you got enchantments, you got artifacts, planeswalkers that give Deathtouch, those are all, it's all 100% okay on this show. Vibrant Toucan. I like Feral Abomination. Feral Abomination, 6 mana, 5/5. It just has Deathtouch. You like this card? I mean, you can like anything you want. I mean, maybe you have a lot of good memories with this card in Limited. Yeah, it's 6 mana, 5/5 beater. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, late game, 8 random lands in play. Just top deck a 5/5 bomb. I'll take it. I mean, I'll take anything off the top of my deck at that point of the game. Ellis Flowers. Oh, Sidisi, really? The undead, though. The undead one. And Undead Visor. Or Vizier. 5 mana, 4/6 Deathtouchers with Exploit. That's a clunky mechanic. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature. When Sidisi Undead Vizier exploits a creature, you may search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. That's right. Next up. Let's take Old Boy with Dissection Tools. I like Thralls, says Vibrant. Hey, you know what? We all love stuff. Okay, we have next up, Dissection Tools, a 5 mana equipment. When it enters, oh, you manifest Dread, then attach Dissection Tools to that creature. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has Deathtouch and Lifelink. So it's a 5 mana for a 4/4 Deathtouch Lifelink. Equip, sack a creature. Isn't this like Batterskull? I think this is Batterskull. Enters, manifest Dread. So it's like instead of the germ token, you are manifesting, which means the thing can be bigger. You could look underneath the manifest dreader and you have like a giant creature underneath there, so that's possible. This is a pretty neat card. I think that's pretty playable. Next up, we've got super chat from Kagan. Thanks so much for your super chat. Shalab. Shalab, child of Ungoliant, sets up a tough board. 6 mana, 8/8. That's pretty big. Deathtouch, Ward 2. Other spiders you control have Deathtouch and Ward 2. This thing is insane. Just reading it, like, there's no downside. It's just 6 mana for a giant 8/8 creature. Whenever another creature dealt damage this turn by a spider you control dies, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a food artifact. With pay 2, tap, sack the artifact, you gain 3 life, and it loses all other types. It's almost like a Titan. It's a spider Titan, except it's a demon. It has no ETBs or attack trigger. Anyway, I'm just looking at it. It's like, for the Titans, you get 6 mana for 6/6 creatures. Here, you get 6 mana for an 8/8 creature. It's pretty good value. Jess says, Nikachu had nachos last night. They were satisfying. That is not entirely true. I did not have nachos. I wish I did, though. What did I have last night? I had cake, though. I had peach cake. Arrow! All out assault. Well, let me tell you, Arrow, sometimes you do have to go all out. There's times to go all out. You have to go crazy. 5 mana for an enchantment. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and have Deathtouch. When this enchantment enters, in fact, I would actually argue cards like this are better than the Deathtouchers because it gives all your creatures Deathtouch. And also it's an Anthem effect. When this enchantment enters, if it's your main phase, there is an additional combat phase after this phase, followed by an additional main phase. That's value. When you next attack this turn, untap each creature you control. That's crazy. This is the best type to go all out. You might even go all out more than once a game. So it's like you're partially going out all out this turn, and you do it several times over the course of an entire match. David Rilsa, was it Rilsa Rail, the Kingpin? This is a 5 mana 2/5 Deathtoucher. When Rilsa Rail Kingpin enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. Whenever you attack, target attacking creature gains Deathtouch until end of turn. If you've completed a dungeon, that creature also gets +5/+0 and gains First Strike and Menace until end of turn, as if the stupid initiative dungeon cards didn't give you enough value. You have more than that here. Clive asks, what does NCY mean? It means no card yet. I like to try to make sure that everyone gets to participate part of the show. So if you say NCY plus a suggestion for the show, I will keep an eye out for it. I give you priority. Like we got Evan here, we got Neon Gray, we have Tresaro, Benjamin Berkey, but I'm gonna choose Toilet Duck because Toilet Duck didn't get a card yet. So I'm gonna give Rosda Gorgon. Another Gorgon. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Gorgon. They're in the sewers over here. 5 mana for a 2/5 Deathtoucher. All these people got turned to stone. Oh yeah, everyone got turned to stone here. 2 mana to remove a +1/+1 counter from a creature you control. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Kano didn't get a card yet. Dire Fleet Ravager. Five mana for a 4/4 Orc Pirate Wizard. A Pirate Wizard? Okay, whatever. Menace, Deathtouch. When Dire Fleet Ravager enters the battlefield, each player loses 1/3 of their life rounded up. That's insane. That's like a burn. That is a really powerful burn spell. That's not a burn spell. Sorry, Matt. We did Acidic Slime. Gorgons equals stone. The stoners. Not exactly the type of stoners that were normal. Imagine like you're a stoner, you're looking for a stoners club, and you end up like being in a club full of Gorgons. That would be awkward. New video idea? No, we've done many shows like burn spells that are not burn spells. That's a pretty big one though. Bolt the Emolga. Just make sure not to cheat it and say no card yet when you've already had a card. Yeah. Well, I mean, I can sort of catch some people who have been like that. I don't know. Some people donate and then they say they didn't get a card. Yeah, I mean, you did get a card. You donated. That's the whole point of donating. You get to skip everybody else who is waiting in line. Daniel with Void Beckoner. Eight mana for an 8/8 Nightmare Horror with Deathtouch. Also with cycling. All right, so if you only have 5 mana in play, cycle it. Get some value out of that damn thing. When you cycle the Void Beckoner, put a Deathtouch counter on target creature you control. Ooh. They didn't have Deathtouch at first, but you know what? I got a little magic trick for you. Let me show you a magic trick. Kagan with... Didn't realize Trazen the Infinite has it. I'm learning a lot of cards today have Deathtouch with a 40k card. 6 mana for a 4/6 Deathtoucher. Prismatic Gallery. As long as Trazen the Infinite is on the battlefield, it has all activated abilities of all artifacts in your graveyard. That is weird. It's activated abilities of all artifacts. This sounds like a really weird combo card. Like you self-mill a bunch of artifacts, and then this card probably can combo off by itself. Probably. Next we've got Lord Jeraxus. Dragon Lord Silumgar. Kagan says, yeah, use him in a self-mill combo deck, I imagine. Okay, we have 6 mana for the Dragon Lord, 3/5 Flying Deathtoucher, and when it enters the battlefield, gain control. Oh yeah, gain control of target creature or planeswalker for as long as you control Dragon Lord Silumgar. It's like the new Soar of Temptation, except it also steals. It's a lot bigger, first off, than a 2/2 Soar of Temptation. Also, still planeswalkers. You're gonna be loyal to the Lord. Next, who doesn't have 2 cards yet? Arrow with Nethroy, Apex of Death, a mutate card. I don't know how these cards work. 5 mana for a 5/5 Deathtouch lifelink. Whenever this creature mutates, return any number of target creature cards with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, so it could be multiple creatures, and it mutates for 7 mana. A little bit of reanimation spell attached to this guy. The mutate cost actually is much more expensive than the regular cost. Super expensive. Cameron Cole, Animus of Predation. What the hell is this? It's from Conspiracy. 5 mana 4/4. Draft Animus of Predation face up. This mechanic is useless to me. As you draft it, you may remove it from the draft face up. Those cards aren't in your card pool. What? If you removed a creature card with flying from the draft with cards named Animus of Predation, Animus of Predation has flying. The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Deathtouch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, and Vigilance. This doesn't even look like a real card. This is like really close to a silver border card. I mean, this just is a silver border card in my mind. This doesn't follow the regular rules of the game. Like, so remove it from the... Like, what is the zone that is removed from the draft face up? I've never heard of that zone before. It's got to go somewhere. Anyway, it's got to go somewhere. Jonathan V. with Astarion the Decadent. Very posh looking. 6 mana 4/4 Deathtouch lifelink. At the beginning of your end step, choose one. You can feed. Target opponent loses life equal to the amount of life they lost this turn. So basically, gives everything double strike. Or you can have friends. Look, your friends are friends, not food. You can gain life equal to the amount of life you gain this turn. I don't know what that has to do with the friends, but, you know, whatever. I still don't know what this does. You mean Astarion or this card? The Animus of Predation. Yeah, that's true. As you draft this card, you may remove it from the draft face up. But if you removed a creature card with flying from the draft with cards named Animus of Predation, it's not... Like, I don't know how this card works. Oh, I guess you have to draft it face up, and then you remove future cards as you draft. So yeah, okay. So you draft it face up, and then you can remove from the game future cards, and I guess put them under Animus of Predation, which is just weird. It's weird stuff. All right. You heard that music. You know what that music means? Well, if you're new to the show, it means we've got a sponsor today to talk about. FusionGamingOnline.com, my favorite sponsor. because you need paper cards. We love digital cards, but you know what makes us real at home? Paper cards. Oh, there's shipping delays because Canada Post. Canada loves going on strike, let me tell you that. Deal of the week, 20% off all dice, but also don't forget you can get all your singles, whether it be Marvel Spider-Man, whether it be Furby, whether it be Edge of Eternities, Final Fantasy, and more. But don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu, because this is what gives you 5% off all your purchases. Everything in checkout, even if you've got a discount already on the weekly deal. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online, to play any format anywhere you want. With a computer, that is, for Magic Online. You can play formats like Pauper, Standard, Pioneer, more. If it rotates, don't be afraid, because you're only renting the cards with Mana Traders. And you can rent using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_EFC. And back to our Death Touchers. Maybe there's going to be some more Gorgons on today's show. Hedgeman with the first Wormcoil Engine. You swung at something easy here, and it's a swing and a hit. 6 mana, 6/6 Deathtouch, lifelink, and when it dies, you get a 3/3 artifact with Deathtouch and a 3/3 artifact with lifelink. This used to be a huge staple in Modern. Now it's just a staple in Commander. Bell's like, I can't get over the Furby cards in MTG. None of us will. We're not going to get over that. Neon Gray, Garrick. The Apex Predator. I think this is our first Garrick card for today. 7 mana, and it's a Planeswalker. Oops, that's not the... It's a Planeswalker. 5 loyalty, +1. Destroy another target Planeswalker, +1. Put a 3/3 black beast creature token with that touch onto the battlefield. That makes the card count. -3, destroy target creature. You gain life equal to its toughness. -8, target opponent gets an emblem with whenever a creature attacks you, it gets +5/+5/+5. And gains trample until end of turn. Frankly, this Garrick just has Death Touch itself. Destroys planeswalkers and creatures. God, watch out. He's got an axe. He knows how to use it. Allocation says, this topic feels like it was made to spite the nitpicking nerds. No, not at all. Love the nitpicking nerds. This is not, by the way, this is not about the best Death Touchers in the game. This is just the most mana expensive. Do they hate the largest mana expensive Death Touchers? I heard they're not huge fans of Grave Titan over there, which hey, that can be fair. Grave Titan does not have enough accomplished for itself, so it's still working on it. I thought we did engine. I don't remember. Okay, Benjamin Berkey wants worm coil larva. Is it like the mini engine? Was it like a baby? It's a baby worm coil engine before it grew up to be a big engine. Because that's how machines work, you know? Old cars started off as babies, and they drank oil until they were full-size cars to be put on the dealership. It's a 5 mana 3/3 Wormcoil Phyrexian Worm, Death Touch lifelink, and when it dies, create a 1/2 artifact creature token with Death Touch and a 2/1 black Phyrexian Worm artifact creature token with lifelink. Yeah, it's a baby. Back in the preschool days, back in kindergarten. Arrow says, I love MH3 comms and uncommons. Very underrated, too. Sidisi has been done, Pacers fan. Yeah, it has been done. Vibrant Toucan. D00DL. Characterist. Oh my god, it's the AI robot taking away our jobs. Okay, it's a 6 mana 1/1 robot. When D00DL, characterist, enters the battlefield, create a 4/4 colorless sketch creature token, which you have 15 seconds to draw. Wait a minute, this is Acorn. You have to pay for Acorn cards. Moving on. Aaron with Soul of Innistrad. Silver Border, Acorn, playtest cards. You gotta pay up. You gotta pay up. That's the rule around here. Okay, Soul of... Oh, I totally forgot about the Souls of Everything. Yeah, the Soul of Innistrad. 6 mana, 6/6. Avatar. It's got Deathtouch, and for 5 mana, return up to 3 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand, which seemed like okay value at the time, but it's pretty clunky. And then, wow, that took long for you to realize it was Acorn. Well, it got me at the point where it says you have 15 seconds to draw. So at that point, like, where's it? If I'm going to be put under the gun to draw this thing in 15 seconds, I don't think I'm going to make it. Anyway, 5 mana. Exile Soul of Innistrad from your graveyard. Return up to 3 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. What's the difference between these two? Pay 5, return up to 3. Oh, one of them's for when you're in play. One of them's when it's dead. Okay, I get it. Interesting. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. You guys can throw anything at me. You know, it's up to me to catch it. And it didn't get you at D00? No? What's wrong with that? D00. There's a lot of weird names in this game. This game has, like, the most, like, especially from Doctor Who. Okay, Aaron. Oh, no, we did this one. So that's how much I'm looking for NCY. Any other NCYs out there? Are we on the no 2 card yet train now? I think we're on no 2 cards yet. Okay, Christopher B says, the deity that never was. Cacophony Unleashed. Thanks for that one, Ashiok. 7 mana enchantment. This is big. Enters the battlefield. If you cast it, destroy all non-enchantment creatures. Whenever Cacophony Unleashed or another enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, until end of turn, Cacophony Unleashed becomes a legendary 6/6 Nightmare God creature with menace and Deathtouch. It's still an enchantment. This reminds me of the old cards. There's those old cards where if you know, there's one for 1 mana. It was like a 3/3 ape, but it only gets animated if the opponent plays an instant, which I thought was pretty weird. Hidden Gibbons, that's right. This is a throwback to Hidden Gibbons. This one's not so hidden. Sort of really face up. Bryce, thanks so much for your super chat. Tesa, Envoy of Ghosts. Give me Deathtouch. Tesa. It's not. Oh, it's TE. I'm an idiot. There we go. Give you Deathtouch. 7 mana, 4/4 vigilance, protection from creatures. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, destroy that creature. Create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you. I understand. Okay, I'll like sort of count this. You know, it's pretty flavorful. Yeah, it's like you, the player, have Deathtouch. Oh, you touched me, you die. Sorry, I won't be at your funeral. No hard feelings, though. Next, let's get... Okay, we're at the no 2 card yet. No 2 card yet now. Oh boy, the Nazgul. Battle Mace. Oh, it's not the Nazgul themselves, it's their mace. 5 mana equipment. Equipped creature has Menace, Deathtouch, Annihilator 1. What? That's like an Eldrazi thing. This is the first time, like, an Eldrazi ability has been put on, like, a non-Eldrazi-ish card or themed card. And whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent, put that card onto the battlefield under your control unless that player pays 3. Whenever a creature with Annihilator 1 attacks, defending player sacrifices a permanent. It's like, if they were to make a Universes Within card, this sounds like an Eldrazi card. Through and through. Toads, you're never late. You're always there on time. Argivian Avenger. The Avenger! Oh, look at him go! 5 mana Shapeshifter. Sorry, 6 mana 5/5 Shapeshifter. Pay 1 until end of turn. The Argivian Avenger gets -1/-1 and gains your choice of Flying, Vigilance, Deathtouch, or Haste. I don't know. Cue the Avengers song. Where's I need a picture of the Avengers. The Avengers. Let's see if it's in the image. Is this them? I think this is it. Hold on. There we go. Okay, hold on. I'm making something here. I'm cooking. Ugh, this isn't gonna work so well. Oh, can I put it here? No, I can't. I thought I could paste it on here. Doesn't work. Not as I wanted to though. I can't get the picture in. Whatever. You have to use your imagination. I did my best. He snapped his fingers. We need the gauntlet though. The gauntlet. Okay, Bell. Zagras. The Thief of Heartbeats. Yeah, it was my meme creation. I mean, I could pull out some programs to make it work, but I didn't want to take that much time. Zagras, Thief of Heartbeats, 6 mana, 4/4, Vampire Rogue. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. What the hell? Oh, this is Zendikar Rising. Flying Deathtouch and Haste. Other creatures you control have Deathtouch. Well, that's great. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a planeswalker, destroy that planeswalker. Everything does have Deathtouch. Next we've got Kano, the Gitrog monster. Really? Don't eat it. Probably gonna give you indigestion. Also might kill you. 5 mana, 6/6, Deathtoucher. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice the Gitrog monster unless you sack a land. But that's okay, because you can play an additional land on each of your turns. And whenever one or more land cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere, you get to draw a card. Sounds like it's not even a disadvantage anyway to lose your lands. Sounds really good. When your lands are put into a graveyard from anywhere, draw a card, then it's like basically it's a one-sided Howling Mine. Argentina. No card yet. Not even no 2 cards yet. Phage? You want Phage? Does this count since you disqualify does this count since you I didn't actually technically disqualify it. I kept the Thicket Basilisk. It's okay. How we have this we'll say this one counts. It's like close enough. 7 mana for a 4/4. ETB. If you didn't cast it, you lose the game. Whenever Phage deals combat damage to a creature, we destroy that creature. It can't be regenerated. It's still worded like that. It's not Deathtouch. And whenever Phage deals combat damage to a player, that player also loses the game, which means you win the game. Because where one person loses, one person wins. This is a zero-sum game, people. That's how I like my games. Zero-sum. I get my satisfaction that when I am winning, that means someone else is losing. That's why I don't play D&D. I heard it's the opposite way around. Everyone wins and everyone loses. I don't like that. That's not how I play games here. Next up, Benjamin Berkey, I think, deserves a second one. Cairn is creepy as hell. That's creepy! That is a weird, creepy... It's not even a baby. This is like a creepy 6-year-old with a pot belly for some reason. 7 mana for a 4/4 shapeshifter. It's changeling. I hope it changed into something. I would like it to change into something else, please. As long as a creature card with flying is in a graveyard. Cairn Wanderer has flying. The same is true for Fear, First Strike, Double Strike, Deathtouch, Haste, Landwalk, Lifelink, Protection, Reach, Trample, Shroud, and Vigilance. Got a little bit of everything over there. Someone show this a rabbit or something. Just never seen anything else. So based on its appearance, all it's seen is like pain and misery. Other creatures in complete pain and misery, because that's all it's copying. What a horrible existence this creature's had for who knows how long. Seven mana. Nikachu, please read the mana cost again. What was the last one? 7. Black, 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 black. 3 generic, right? 4 plus 3 equals 7 mana. Like it's so long to sometimes say black, black, white, blue, 3 generic. I don't like doing that. So I just shortcut it. Look, this one's 5 mana. Put some pants on. Oh, this thing? Well, it's okay. You're a changeling, which means you probably don't have a dick, I think. No, for the Cairn. Oh, this thing? Oh, this is 5 mana, yeah. Oh, did I say 7 mana? I didn't say that. I wasn't on cam or anything. You can't prove it. Okay, moving on. The Cairn Wanderer, no banding. No banding, not yet. All Cairns are scary? No, the Cairn! The Cairn, not the Cairn. We got Justin here with the Grave. Oh, we did Grave Titan. Sorry about that. We did it. Unless there's something called the Grave Tida. I doubt it, though. We'll give... are you saying you want to be licked? Okay, I don't know what that's in reference to. I don't know anything about this. Okay, we need more cards for the show. Did we run out of cards already? I doubt it. I don't believe it at all. I have to go deep into the... Okay, we have... From Toilet Duck, the Bitterheart Witch. Bitterheart Witch, a 5-mana 1/2. Wow, this is such crap. Absolute crap. A 1/2 Death Toucher. That's really below the power level of just Magic in general. But when Bitterheart Witch dies, you may search your library for a curse card. Come onto the battlefield, attach to target player, then shuffle your library. They're cursed. The yogurt is also cursed. Is it me, or is the audio not in sync? That's possible. Refresh your browser. Bell with Soul Flare. You know what's funny? Cards like this don't technically have Death Touch. I mean, you gotta work for it. But it's got, like, some sort of Death Touchiness on it, so I guess it counts. 6 mana for a 4/4 with Delve. Alright? Not Death Touch. If a creature card with flying was exiled with Soul Flare's Delve ability, Soul Flare has flying. And the same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Range, Trample, and Vigilance. It fixed itself? That's right. Refreshing always fixes itself. It's the ultimate fixer. The ultimate fixer-upper. I don't see combo cards based around this card anymore. They used to. It was pretty terrifying in Pioneer for quite a good chunk of time. Pedgeman, Husk Burster Swarm. Husk Burster? 8 mana, 6/6 Elemental Insect. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature card you own in exile and in your graveyard. Menace and Death Touch. Costs 1 less to cast for each creature card you own in exile. So we just have to build up. So it's basically... It's like a weird... It's a weird Delver. It's a Delver of Secret. It's like the creature version of Delver, sort of. Or maybe it's a creature version of Gurmag Angler. Or Gurmag Angler. Yeah, in a Gurmag Angler deck, you wanted to feed your graveyard with all sorts of instants and sorceries. This one, you want to feed creatures. Toads with Archetype of... Oh, we did that. I believe we did that one already. Sorry about that, Toads. Of Finality, just be sure. Yeah, we did that. The Gorgon. They be Gorgonin. Lord Trevor with a super chat. The Ankle Shanker. Technically still Death Touch. We did that. We did that one too. Yeah, I do count it as Death Touch, but we did that one. So we have to donate. We did Master of Cruelties. Did we run out of cards? Have we run out of cards? We did Hornet Queen. We didn't do Specimen 73. So you're gonna get the super chat here, Aaron. We're looking for anything. I'm just gonna take anything from anybody. Oh my god, it looks like Hornet Queen here. It's a 7 mana 2/2 flying Death Touch. When Specimen 73 enters the battlefield, create 4. Oh, it is Hornet Queen. This is just literally the Godzilla version of Hornet Queen. Arrow's like, I got lots of cards. I know every single Death Toucher in the game. Okay, we gotta go Me No Say with Nerev. We didn't do Nerev yet. Finally can catch you live. No clue how I'm awake at this time. Hey, do you know what? Sometimes you got to wake up to go pee. And then you're like, you know what? I don't want to go to bed yet. Or you're peeing right now. You gotta do a little number 1. Then you're like, maybe you can pull out a number 2. And hey, while you're doing the number 2, put on the Nikachu stream. Why not? We've got 5 mana for a 4/4 flying Death Touch Spirit Dragon. And when Nerev enters, create 2 1/1 red goblin creature tokens. What the hell? goblins. Gave birth to some goblins. Whenever Neriv attacks, exile a number of cards from the top of your library equal to the number of differently named tokens you control. During any turn you attacked with a commander, you may play those cards. Shinobin, a killer among us. Where's the sound? Who's the killer? Who slayed this person? 5 mana enchantment. When a killer among us enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human, a 1/1 blue merfolk, and a 1/1 red goblin creature token. Then secretly choose human, merfolk, or goblin. Sacrifice a killer among us. Reveal the chosen creature type. If target attacking creature token is the chosen type, put 3 +1/+1 counters on it, and it gains Deathtouch until end of turn. You gotta kill. You didn't vote me out. Could have killed me at any moment, but you didn't. You didn't do it. Next up, Corbinek, Nethroi, Apex of Death. Did we do this one? Oh, we did this one. Sorry about that. It's one of those shows. We might run out of cards here. I once copied that card 3 times in draft with Doppelganger in paper. You're crazy. We did the Get Rog monster. Ellis with Colstoke, Gearhulk. Colstoke. This be a 5 mana 5/4 construct, Menace, Deathtouch. When the creature enters, put target creature card with mana value 4 or less from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control with a finality counter on it. That creature gains Menace, Deathtouch, and Haste, and at the beginning of your next end step, exile that creature. So you're looking for an ETB creature? ETB or bust. We did I believe we did Shalab. Pretty sure we did Shalab. The big spider, right? Spider. Yeah, we did this. Benjamin Berkey, Maze Abomination. Did we do Stone? I thought we did Stone Tongue already. 6 mana for a 4/5 elemental. Looks like a insect. It's a bug. It's a giant, juicy bug. You could probably feed a whole family with that thing. You could feed a city. Multicolored creatures you control also have Deathtouch. Ooh, very funny. Cross, Yarok. Sounds like the Urank. The Desecrated. Okay. We got 5 mana, 3/5 Deathtouch, lifelink, elemental horror. Now, if a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. I hate these cards. Like, I'm sure these are very, very popular. You know, like, you double your triggers. It's like double the value. Yeah, we did Worm Coil Engine. What have we not done? Okay, Arrow says... Arrow knows them all. So we're going to look at the Archpriest of Shadows. Hope they bring backup back at some point. We got to bring backup. 5 mana for a 4/4 human warlock with backup of 1. Whenever this creature enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. If that's another creature, it gains the following abilities until end of turn. It gains Deathtouch. It's a Deathtouch show, people. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player or battle, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That works out for me as well. A little bit of reanimation action over here. Feral Deathgorger. From Minose. The most awkward pose I have ever seen for a monster picture. It's not that. Oh, it is awkward. Oh, it's really hard to tell. This thing has a lot of arms, I think. A lot of arms on that card. 6 mana for a 3/5 dragon. A lot of dragons on today's show. Flying in Deathtouch. When this creature enters, exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. Pretty pathetic. But it's got Dark Sight. No, sorry, Dusk Sight for 2 mana. That would have been a cool name. The Dark Sight. I see in the dark. Or see in darkness. Anyway, it's a sorcery for 2 mana. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature, and then draw a card. That could be a big blowout. That could be, I mean, if you block, pump up, draw a card, that's insane. Trent Sims. I do not think we've done Bloodthirsty. Conqueror. I believe we have not done this card for some reason. 5 mana, 5/5 flying and Deathtouch, and whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. It's gonna be a lot of life. That adds up. Mapius. Corozda. Gorgon. We did that one. Okay, how about the Cruel? Hithonia the Cruel. Did we do this one? Oh, we did both of them. See you later, Aaron. Thanks for dropping by. Cassius Cake Borogoyf. You know what? You know what I've noticed? I think a lot of people have not mentioned like the most obvious of obvious cards. Oh, where's the go? Is it Borogoyf? Yeah, it's Borogoyf. What is with this weird arena look? Okay, 3 mana for a star /1+ star. Deathtouch and lifelink. Its power is equal to the number of card types among cards in all graveyards, and its toughness is equal to that number +1. When Borogoyf deals combat damage to a player, you can mill that many cards, and if you do, you may put a creature card from among them into your hand. And it's going to go right back onto the battlefield at some point. Not 5 CMC. Oh, you're right! Disqualified. This is the most expensive, mana expensive show, not the cheapest show. Too cheap. It's got to be big. We got big, chunky creatures. Yeah, 3 mana, 3 but illegal. It's okay. It's okay. It happens. We did Archon of Finality. Yeah. We did Acidic Slime. Pedgeman's got one. Got to be here early. Ezio. The Blade of Vengeance. Where is it? Here we go. They make it sound like this person is an equipment. It's a person. 5 mana for a 5/5 human assassin with Deathtouch. Whenever an assassin you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. Sounds like we just looted something from them. There we go, Justin. Gorax. The Tome Shell. It's Big Turtle from a graveyard. 8 mana for a 4/4 zombie turtle. Also has Deathtouch. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may exile any number of creature cards from your graveyard. The spell costs 2 less to cast for each card exiled this way. Got to reanimate this card somehow. When Gorax, the Tome Shell, attacks or dies, choose a card at random exiled with Gorax and put that card into its owner's hand. That's nice. Very, very nice. Very nice card. Robin Venom, Evil Unleashed. Super new card. And is 5 mana. And is a Deathtoucher. And also a 4/5 creature. Pay 3. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. It gains Deathtouch until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. You know what? This is like a very good... It's a pretty decent draft card. But the funny thing is, for like one of the main characters, you actually want this card to be dead. To like get some good use out of it. Which is very awkward. Yeah, with a show this narrow, kind of hard to hit when you get in late. No, look at that. We got Venom here. There are chances. You just gotta keep shooting your shot. Common legendaries are weird to me. I think, do you know what? They might be trying to make like Pauper Commander a thing. That might be a thing coming up. Bell, Witch of the Moors. Five mana, 4/4 human warlock. A lot of arms on this guy. Deathtouch. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, each opponent sacrifices a creature, and you return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. That's good value. It's not bad value. Cameron. With Oran Frostfang. It's a Sneck. 5 mana for a 2/6 Sneck. Attack. It's a snow snake, by the way. I've never seen snakes in the snow. I'm from Canada. There are no. Well, I'm not gonna say there's no snakes here. There's okay. There are snakes, I guess. I have no idea where the hell they go. Attacking creatures you control have Deathtouch, and whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Probably should have a snack show. Yeah, it's possible. Winged Lutter isn't that hard. I see people doing it all the time. Yeah, exactly. Why can't you do it? Everyone else is doing it. Corbinek with Zagras. Thief of Heartbeats. We did that one. We did that one. Oh, no, no. Oh, here we go. You want another shot? Coalstoke. Gear Hulk. Oh, we did that one too. Corbinek, you're probably not going to get that last one in. Find a card. Well, you already got a card. Oh, you have no card yet. Okay, work fast, Corbinek. We're at the 1 hour point. I'm gonna give you a little bit of time. I'm gonna give you a little time. We did Sidisi. Yeah, we did Atraxa. We're Deathtouch before. Yeah, we did Stone Tongue Basilisk too, actually. We did that actually quite a bit early. Shinobin. Glissa. Herald of Predation. We did not do that one. 5 mana for a 3/5 Phyrexian zombie elf. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose one. You can incubate twice, or you can transform all incubator tokens you control, or Phyrexians you control gain Deathtouch and gain First Strike and Deathtouch until end of turn. Carrie Corbinek, what do you got for me? We did Hornet Queen. We didn't do the Green Goblin. Okay, 5 mana for a 3/3 human goblin villain, flying Deathtouch, and whenever Green Goblin attacks, discard a card. Then draw a card for each card you've discarded this way. We did Hornet Queen many times. Justin, Fear of the Dark. We've reached the bottom of the barrel. I know, we are reaching the bottom of the barrel here. 5 mana for a 5/5 Nightmare. You know, the show gets more interesting when you reach the bottom of the barrel, because then you start seeing cards no one's ever heard of. 5 mana for a 5/5. It's a Nightmare. It's an enchantment creature, actually. Whenever a Fear of the Dark attacks, if defending player controls no Glimmer creatures, it gains Menace and Deathtouch until end of turn. Okay, Corbinek got something. Oran F. Orhan F. The hell is that? Was it Oran? No, we did that one. No, that's been done. Benjamin Berkey with Cockatrice. Oh yeah, that'll count. I'll count this. 5 mana 2/4. When it blocks or becomes blocked by a non-wall creature, destroy that creature at end of combat. I thought we did this one. Stone Tongue Basilisk. Did we just not do this one? Oh! Oh, I guess I was like another Stone Basilisk of some sort. Okay, yeah, we didn't do this one. 7 mana 4/5. When it deals combat damage to a creature, destroy that creature at end of turn. Sorry, at end of combat. Threshold. All creatures able to block Stone Tongue Basilisk do so. Then give it Trample. Well, I guess you have to give it Deathtouch and Trample. Basilisks were the OG Deathtouchers. I see. Match in Bitterheart Witch. Five mana 1/2. Oh, we did that one. You want the Greater Basilisk? Thanks for being so patient with me, Kano. I like basically disqualified you in advance for no reason. So, oh, sorry, it was Argentina. Millions of times. 5 mana 3/5. Also Deathtouch. Yeah, that one. It's funny. Just shows up out of nowhere. Just doesn't even try. Most of the time, Just isn't even suggesting cards. Just throws out random misinformation for 95% of the show. Throws one card out when everyone's struggling and nails it, which is really funny. Corbinek. Okay. You got one? Underbridge. I don't think we did this one. Underbridge Warlock. We did not do this one. It's an arena card. Probably why you did it. Why you got it. All right, it's a 5-mana 5/4 Ogre Warlock. Deathtouch. Enters the battlefield, you get a one-time boon with, at the beginning of your end step, if 3 or more creatures died this turn, each opponent loses 5 life and you gain 5 life. At the beginning of your end step, if you have a boon, you mill 3 cards, draw a card, and you lose 2 life. Corbinic right there at the end, scrapping themselves right into the show. As usual, we do the show 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or use Super Chat to be part of the show, or even Super Chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, thanks so much, everyone, for being here today. People like Arrow, we have Robin, Toads, Christopher B, Benjamin Berkey, Robin again. Use that one in a deck a few months back. The Husker, well, that's good. We got to use those cards. That's why we love these cards. Christopher B, Toilet Duck, Argentina, Little Dead Fly, Old Boy, Benjamin Berkey, Alice Flowers, Jess, Kano, Cameron Cole, Mappius, Bell, Arrow, Toads. I think I got everyone. And many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees, and we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.